Well, it's Groundhog Day. Again. And that must mean that I am Professor Robert E.G. Black, and this is the Groundhog Day Project.
It's one of those infinite time loop situations you might have heard about.
It's a thing where the same day keeps happening.
Time.
I wake up every day right here, right in Punxsutawney, and it's always February 2nd.
The last revision is what counts, apparently.
We're on minute 54 of Groundhog Day, peak date night. Phil is trying to perfect this evening with Rita, and this is, he doesn't know it yet, the best it's going to be. He's got her in his room. She has just walked into the bedroom. He got in her way for a moment, but she goes around him, and now she is walking back toward the other room. I want to point out something before I get into the content of the minute. I've said before, I think I've mentioned it this season, but I've definitely said it in season 2. I've also said it in the blog a lot. This room is wrong. Based on the windows in the bedroom area, this room should be lined up into the corner on the northwest side of the Cherry Street Inn. But if you look at the shape of this, the little alcove where the sink is, in the other room, the little windowsill where he has ice cream, is on the wrong side of the room. This room is built as if it is on the northeast side of the Cherry Street Inn. Somewhere along the line, I'm pretty sure this room does match the floor plan of the actual room on that top floor. But it is not matched exactly. It instead is sort of a mirror image, and I don't know how that would have happened, but I feel like they built the set as a mirror image of what was actually there. So, that means there's some things that are wrong. For example, the stairs. They're not real. They don't really go anywhere. We'll see when Rita walks out that it's a little awkward because she has nowhere to go. The stairs are at, if the front of the house is north, which in the reality of Woodstock it is, that means Phil's windows in his bedroom are at the north end of the room. At the south end of the room are the stairs. They are going left, which means they are going east. But then they turn and go north. They'd go north and then they would reach, presumably right there, the door to the hallway we've seen where Chubby Man is. They face exactly across from the stairs going down to the second floor, or the first floor, because that is the second floor, which then turn twice to get into the entryway. So if you're going up the stairs from the entryway, you go up the stairs, turn left again, so you're going south, and then you're going north as you come up to where he meets Chubby Man, which means the stairs are going north as they go up into Phil's room. And then turn, they're at the wrong end of the room, is what I'm saying. The turns are wrong. Or there's a turn that's missing. It could be a turn that's missing, but let's see. If you're starting at the top, we're facing south, you turn left to go down the stairs, turn again, maybe there's an extra turn we can't see. So that means you enter where Chubby Man is and you are going west. Which then you go down, turn right, and that means the front of the house would have to be on the east, which it's not. So it's not just a missing turn. This set is wrong in multiple ways. But also it doesn't necessarily matter because we never see a continuity of room to stairs to Chubby Man to stairs to entryway. We get cuts, so we can always assume there's something weird happening. But it bugged me when I would try to map out this room and it was backward and the stairs were not in the right place. I'm like, how did you not just copy directly the floor plan for the actual building? Like the dining room matches the actual building almost perfectly. It has a buffet where there's actually a large window to outside in the real place. But it has the same front windows, and they even put pictures of, because they didn't film in the actual house, they have pictures of the actual street outside, so when you look through the window, it looks like the actual street is out there. That's just a printed prop of a photo, basically. Phil's, of course, going to get Rita on the couch. The couch we've already seen him with Nancy. Would you like to sit and stare at the fake fire? Okay. She sits down, and she says, with very dramatic head movement, "It's a really wonderful room." Like, I don't know her tone. Her tone is weird. Or is she just scared? He did just try to block her way out of the bedroom. And then he's like, "Sit down." Like, imagine this, kind of like I've said, I got you, babe. If you take it at a different tone, I got you, babe. That sounds nice, but I got you, babe. Scary. Like this. Would you like to sit and stare at the fake fire? Okay. It's really a wonderful room. Like, is she scared? That's not how she says it, but it's a really wonderful room. Like, is she coming on to him? Is she coming on to him over his room, even though he didn't design it, didn't pick it, didn't do anything for it? And he says it is now. Oh my God, you schmaltzy, cheesy, lying motherfucker. And Rita catches on. Like, she's like, no, this is too much. She says, I don't know, Phil. I don't think. Or is this when they were kissing? They kiss first, right? Before she says this? I just watched the minute. I should remember the timing. But then I got into a rant before I got into the dialogue, so, I think they're kissing first, and then she says, I don't know, Phil. I don't think we should do this. And he says, I don't either. No, on second thought, I think we should. Which, that's funny. It's a problematic, but it's funny. It's the perfect end to a perfect day. That's a nice line. Because she did just call it a perfect day. And how she was amazed because it went someplace she didn't expect. This would be more of that place she didn't expect. She says, well, it's a little fast for me. Me too. She says, maybe I should go. Where would you go? Why? We've got a perfect fire. I've got some French poetry here. Baudelaire. C'est fantastique. Oh, we learned some more French. Probably ask the frickin' librarian for that one. Or he's also got a French dictionary somewhere here. Or a French phrases for tourists guide. Like hiding under a pillow somewhere in this room right now. Or he looked up how to say something's good. C'est fantastique. Does he have to read Baudelaire? Does he know any more French? No. You time loop math truthers, this doesn't prove anything. He said 2 more words. Oh no. 3 if you count Baudelaire. But he only has to be able to read it if she's like, oh yeah, read me some poetry. But she doesn't, which means he's never gonna have to. I will read to you. That's fucked up. That's weird. Like, I mean, are we in like some weird Jane Austen era romance novel where like the guy takes the girl out to the picnic by the river and he reads her poetry or sings a song, plays a guitar? What kind of freaking wooing is this, Phil? Do better. It is 1991 when this film is set, 92 when it's filmed, 93 when it comes out. I hate having to point all that out, but technically the film is set in 1991. But it is 1991. You have resources. There is a frickin' Blockbuster video in Punxsutawney, probably. I should look up if there was actually a Blockbuster video. Certainly there's a rental place of some sort. It might be a privately owned one and not a big chain like Blockbuster.
So a quick Google search got me to a Facebook post where people were discussing the video stores in Punxsutawney. I don't know from this discussion what years for sure they were there, but there may have been as many as 3. One called Visions of Video, one called A&A Video, and one called Punxsy Video. Not a Blockbuster.
You can rent movies. You can watch things. You could go and watch Heidi 2 again at the Alpine. You can go to a bar. Not just the bar at the hotel that we've seen. There are other bars. There are multiple bars. Aside from you can get drinks at the bowling alley. Hey, they could go bowling. Between the bowling alley and the Pennsylvania Hotel, when I was there in 2014, there are 3, counting the hotel and counting the bowling alley, I believe it would be 5 bars. That's in like a 2 to 3 block space. Plus restaurants. We've already seen there's a restaurant somewhere here because they went there a couple minutes ago. But he's like, I will read to you. That's creepy. If someone offers to read to me, I'm like, I know how to read. Thank you very much. You weirdo. I've got some ice cream over on the windowsill. Hold on a minute. And he's gonna get up to go get it. It is from Anderson's, which is the candy shop where they went earlier. Did they go tonight? Did they go to the candy shop? I guess they didn't. Because he's got the ice cream from there, he probably wouldn't also take her there. Plus she didn't like white chocolate. And he's about to find out she also doesn't like fudge.
Past me. Pay attention to yourself. He's about to find out she doesn't like fudge because she had fudge tonight because they went to the candy store. Even though we didn't see it this time.
Yeah, Phil's got weird ideas, but also this is probably the kind of shit that guys tried. They just didn't have the benefit of a time loop. Set up something stupid that you think is romantic. Sing them a song like frickin' Jason Segel in that episode of Freaks and Geeks. Wait, does he sing Babe by Styx? Is that the song he sings? Yeah, yeah, Phil's a problem. He needs to be stopped. Come on, Time Loop, you gotta jump in here. Actually, Rita's about to get plenty of wins in, as it were. Time Loop's gonna start teaching Phil some lessons. We'll get into that in the next few minutes, next few episodes. Until then, I don't know, go read some Baudelaire. Why not? I don't know that I ever have, but why not? You know what else I haven't read? I haven't read Chekhov, and I should. I bought a book of Chekhov's plays. Has like all of them in one big book when I was writing my blog, and I was like, I'm going to read these and talk about Chekhov, because he comes up at the end of the movie, of course. And I never did. Never read it. Just like last season I talked about Strange Loops and whatever that author's name is, I can't think of off the minute. Heidegger? Heidegger? Is that Heidegger? No, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I talked about the musical A Strange Loop and then talked about what Strange Loops are. And I was going to try to read that book. The problem is, to read that book, I need to read the book that comes before it, because that is an elaboration on one part of an earlier book. And his writing is so dense that I didn't even get through a whole chapter. So I still haven't read that. I have read 4 different scripts for Groundhog Day. I watched the movie so many times, of course. I've read the BFI thing by Ryan Gilbey, where he goes through scene by scene of the movie. And of course, I've written hundreds of thousands of words about Groundhog Day, and now I've been ranting for 54 episodes, ranging from, 8 to 25 minutes, I think. Yeah. Lots to say, lots more to say in the coming rest of the movie. We're into the second half of the film, man. We have made it.
Knew you were gonna say that.
This has been a production of Lemming Drops Studio. You can find links to more at lemmingdrops.com or join the Facebook group Lemming Drops Studio Tour. Also, you can support all my shows at patreon.com/lemmingdrops.
What is wrong in the end which never comes? Or which comes again and again, lapping, like waves?
Since the Big Bang set everything in motion, everything that happens in this universe has to be the way it is. Particles unfolding the way they're destined to.
How do you sleep at night? You've never seen Groundhog Day?
Yeah, you know Groundhog Day is not a documentary.
Remember when Groundhog Day was just a movie?